We're in Barcelona, Spain, home to one of sport's strongest dynasties and some of the world's most fanatical supporters. We arrived just in time for the original Clash of the Titans. It's El Clásico, as Barcelona FC host their fierce rivals and fellow superstars, Real Madrid. The headlines are dominated by two names, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, who both scored 2 goals apiece. But in the shadow of the new camp, another sporting juggernaut has slid into town almost unnoticed. The NBA is here. Basketball is the game that Hollywood and some of the world's biggest stars love. If you don't find Jack Nicholson and David Beckham courtside at the Lakers, you'll find P. Diddy at the New York Knicks. Rap megastar Jay-Z even purchased part of the Brooklyn Nets, whilst Usher owns part of the Cleveland Cavaliers. And none other than arguably the world's most powerful man, Barack Obama, had the White House tennis court adapted to play basketball. In this show, we travel across Europe, where football reigns supreme, to take an exciting look at the great relationship between the two sports. Football may be number one in Europe, but its top players are often huge basketball fans. So what better way than to gather up some global icons and view the NBA through Spanish, German, French, and English eyes? It's showtime! 2011 NBA champions, the Dallas Mavericks, are on a 2-city European pre-season tour as part of the American sporting institution's continued expansion around the world. First stop was the German city of Berlin. Now they were getting to know who's who in the city of Barcelona. They were hosted by Barcelona FC president Sandro Rosell, who's a huge favourite with fans, having brought in the likes of Ronaldinho, Neymar and Cesc Fabregas, and nurtured the club through success after success. He's the top dog in a club whose world standing has been built upon an unbreakable foundation of unity, no matter which sport you happen to play.
Well, listen, here football is huge. It's very big, and you could feel yesterday in the stadium how big it is and how big is El Clásico. But the passion we have for football, the passion we have for our club in football is the same passion we have for our club in basketball. So passion is all over the world the same when you talk about Barcelona. So for us, anything related to our club means passion.
And the Mavericks themselves felt the power of this passion when they attended the El Clásico. Man Mountain Sean Marion and his teammates were moved.
That was nuts. Last night, oh my God. Like, it was totally awesome. It was worth it. We had a great time, and I would do it again.
Oh, the game was great. I mean, the two best players of the world playing against each other, I mean, that was great.
Dirk Nowitzki is the Cristiano Ronaldo of the Dallas Mavericks. As a German, he also has football in his blood.
The game was phenomenal. Ronaldo and Messi put on a show. There were chances left and right. It was an up and down game, and really enjoyed it. And talking to the guys, I think we really feel fortunate that they were able to go and really experience this. It almost is like a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Mark Cuban is the billionaire entrepreneur that bankrolls the Dallas Mavericks. He too is a man of passion and is famed for arguing with match officials and sitting virtually courtside behind his team. Barcelona may be built on unity, but it certainly doesn't hold exclusive rights to it.
In the NBA, it's really the NBA that has the brand globally. It's not the individual teams. Whereas, in Europe, it's the individual teams that have the brand. It's Barcelona. It's FC Barcelona. It's Real Madrid. It's whoever it may be. And they go worldwide. They play friendlies around the world, and they pretty much control their own brand. Arsenal, Man U. Whereas with the Mavs or the Lakers or the Heat or whoever it is, it's not so much that we're the world brand, it's the NBA that's the world brand.
The NBA is synonymous with glamour.
Hi, we're the Dallas Mavericks dancers. Let's go Mavs!
For Dallas Mavericks dances director Mallory Mills, the Mavs are one big happy family.
Well, going to the games, our crowds are hugely involved in our games. We always are pulling people. The fans love the Dallas Mavericks, love the basketball team in the community and everything like that. And overall, the organization's a great organization. With Mark Cuban there, I mean, the crowd loves him. Everybody feeds off of his energy, and we do as well. And it's a nice, close-knit group.
And it's not just on the court that the fans are entertained. In the NBA, it goes a lot deeper than that. The Dallas Mavericks creative director employed unique and innovative approaches such as viral video strategy into building the Mavs brand.
One of the things we did was when we won the championship in 2011, we took the Larry O'Brien trophy, which is the championship trophy, and placed it on a little pedestal outside in front of a wall. And then we had graffiti artists come and paint a mural in 7 hours. And the mural had the trophy in the mural. So things of that nature are very cool to look at. It's almost art in itself, but then it's also something that works virally.
And what better way to grab media attention than to send your best player into space?
So we were like, well, why can't we send a Dirk bobblehead up into space? So we spent a couple months kind of machining, how we were going to hook up 3 GoPro cameras and the little Dirk bobblehead onto a little, like a plank. And one day we went out south of Dallas, Texas, and let it go in the air with a weather balloon, and it went up to just short of 96,000 feet. It's going to blow your mind because it's very, very special.
The NBA Europe Live Tour, now rebranded as NBA Global Games, was introduced in 2006. The organisation takes advantage of the pre-season period to send some of its teams to play in 2 or more European cities, a concerted attempt to spread the word across the world. And Barcelona is the latest in a long line of cities with a growing appreciation for basketball.
Barcelona is a city that loves basketball. And to have Dallas with us and to have the possibility to play against them and to show the real basketball from the US together with our team for our fans is something incredible. It's good for us, good for our basketball, for the future of our kids, for everybody. So we thank you very much, NBA and Dallas, to join us in such a great day that hope that tomorrow everybody will love.
The Barcelona Regals are a big deal. Spanish basketball is second only to the US in its global standing. The highly decorated 2-time NBA champion Pau Gasol, a born and bred boy from Barcelona who once played for his hometown club, has become a Spanish Superman with the Los Angeles Lakers. Juan Carlos Navarro is the star player, the Messi of the Regals. He and his teammates are carrying the Catalan torch high. Whoever you are, whatever your status, whether fan or star, when you put on that Barcelona shirt, one thing is clear, that you are representing a dynasty.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for what's coming up in just a few moments. The great clash between FC Barcelona Regal, one of the best teams in European basketball, against the Dallas Mavericks, champions in 2011.
The pre-game fanfare was over. Judgment Day loomed, and for both teams, this was a chance to prove their mettle.
Well, we've got to prepare to play our style of play. You always want to win. You always want to win a game going into it, but we've got to concentrate on the process of how we play.
It's going to be a tough game. I think Barcelona has been one of the best teams in Europe for a long, long time. They got good playmakers. They got shooters with Navarro. They got big guys now that can play and finish in the lane and also spread the floor.
Tickets sold fast and the fans retreated to cheerleaders and more as the countdown to the game continued. This was the glamour and glitter of the NBA versus the passion of European tradition. The action was fast-paced. Barcelona began to open up a lead on their American rivals. The Mavs, without the injured Dirk Nowitzki, were playing catch-up, and in a result that would come as a surprise to those unaware of the strength of Spanish basketball, eventually succumbed to the home team 99-85. But despite losing, the Mavs could only find positives in their experience.
It was good, and I have great fans. They love sports. a competitive city, competitive country. So it's a great place to play.
It's good for promotion across Europe. You get to see the players. You get to touch the fans.
It's been great. Once in a lifetime opportunity to play in a place like this. You get to see some great things, playing in a historic arena. And just have fun and enjoy the moment.
This is my second time to Barcelona, and I got a chance to see a football game, so I love it. I think this is a great city. It's a great place to come back and relax and come visit. So, I definitely will be back.
So football and basketball had collided, but our trip to Barcelona was only the beginning of the story. Coming up, we help fulfill a lifelong dream with one of the NBA's biggest European imports. Ronny Turiaf is literally one of the biggest NBA superstars of today and one of its best European imports, having played for some of its top teams, the LA Lakers with close friend Kobe Bryant, the LA Clippers and the New York Knicks. He's a 2012 NBA champion, winning with LeBron James and the Miami Heat, and is a mainstay in the French national team. But basketball isn't his only friend. We caught up with him on one of his returns to Europe.
I'm over here in London. I decided a couple hours ago that I was going to come and support my friends, Bakary Sagna, here in London, just trying to watch them play. I guess my other friend, great game, I'm just trying to just see my first love, my first passion, which is soccer.
We've heard of hoop dreams, but Ronny clearly has boot dreams too. His first love was football, and as a talented goalkeeper, he's convinced that if his dad hadn't put him onto basketball because of his height, he might be starring in the Premier League now.
Yeah, I wish I was in the goalie right now. I used to play, I was pretty good too. But I'm a basketball player now. I'm much better at it, I think. Thanks, Dad. Love you, bro.
Having represented France at the 2012 Olympics, Ronny is no stranger to London.
When I was in the Olympics, I was fortunate to, at the time, to just try to explore the city a little bit, to go to the Nike house. And then, but I've been around the world. I've seen definitely different subways. So I'm excited right now to just do it, but incognito. Right now, I'm not wearing Team France. I'm not wearing nothing. So I think I can just fly back without anybody noticing that I'm pretty tall. Let's see what happens.
At a massive height of 6 foot 10 inches and, oh yeah, a basketball superstar, it was pretty unlikely Mr. Turiaf was going to go unnoticed, and it wasn't long before he was being stopped for photos with fans. He may be in sync with the bright lights and the glamour of the NBA, but how did Ronny feel going to his first football match in England?
I don't know what to expect. So I don't know how to feel. There's a lot of excitement, unknown. So I think it's all going to be a whole bunch of pleasure and bliss to watch this soccer match.
It was clear that Ronny was excited to see something particularly close to his heart, the statue of his good friend and fellow countryman, Thierry Henry.
See, that's what you call recognition, greatness, hard work, dedication, sacrifice, teamwork. It's the epitome of somebody that's put his heart and soul for his team, for his teammate, night in and night out, scored goals. I mean, we all saw the highlights, we all saw everything, and I think every kid growing up just want to be like him. Hey, buddy. Little buddy.
It was time for Ronny to enter the stadium, sit back and enjoy the match.
Hallelujah. Football game, awesome energy. It was my first time going to Emirates Stadium. I kind of wish I had the chance to see Thierry play here, but I was pretty happy to be able to get a picture next to the statue that he has outside, and being able to talk to him afterwards and share that story and talk about it and read him and hear him say that he still can't believe it. And having me telling him like, bro, I'm proud of you, man. You don't understand what does that mean for me as a Caribbean boy. You made me dream of being in your shoes, like, and fast forward 30 years, I'm your friend sitting here next to your statue because of all your accomplishment and your hard work and all of that. It's powerful.
The link between soccer and basketball is intrinsic, and for Ronnie, it's even more pertinent as he harbored real soccer ambitions.
I honestly believe that I would have made it pro. I had conversation with a couple of my soccer friends about it. I think one of the guy is named Thierry Henry. He's pretty good, I think. And he's laughing at me. He's always making fun of me. He's telling me there's no way you would be a soccer player. And then my only answer back to him is, well, there is no way you should have been a basketball player, and stop trying, because he really wished he would have been a basketball player sometimes. But he's always funny in jokes, and I really enjoy playing soccer, that's for sure.
Coming up, the stars from the worlds of film, music and football are out in London as the NBA's relentless march into Europe gathers pace with the regular season game at the world-famous O2 Arena. The UK is the birthplace of football. Here, football is king. But can the NBA become the prince and heir to the throne? Their latest mission was to bring the gladiators of the New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons to face each other in a regular season game. The points would count, but so hopefully with the very fact that they were bringing the love and the razzmatazz to London. David Stern is the outgoing NBA commissioner, Adam Silver his replacement. Stern is a legend in basketball, having presided over its spectacular growth since 1984, the year that Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley, among others, entered the league.
Well, first of all, it's great to be back in London, and I want to thank you all for coming. We're looking forward to another sold-out game. I asked someone to hand me some statistics, and this is our 11th NBA game in London since 1993, the third regular season game in the past 2 years, and the 16th international regular season game since 1990.
Greg Tanner is the editor of MVP magazine and a basketball TV producer and presenter who's widely regarded as an expert voice for the game in the UK. He finds it hard to believe that anyone could prefer football.
I just think it's such a more exciting game. It's faster. Yes, there is more scoring, but more scoring makes it exciting. You know, you can go and spend 90 minutes watching a football game and there is no goal. There is no score.
The stark difference between football and basketball in the UK was illustrated by Jonas Jerebko, the Pistons' Swedish power forward, who has an $18 million contract with his team.
Yeah, you know, growing up in Sweden is kind of like growing up here. You know, you play football. So I played football until I was 17, played hockey, I played everything. You know, basketball is a small sport back home. But I've always loved the game. Mom played, Dad played, my sister played.
So is Jonas the Zlatan Ibrahimovic of the NBA?
I'm more of a midfielder, hard worker, like a Frank Lampard or something, I don't know.
J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert are rivals for a starting place in the Knicks lineup, but they both seem to love the transition from US to UK.
I haven't used my passport that much till I got to the league, so anywhere they're willing to take us, I'm willing to go. I want to see the world.
No, it's my first time. Honestly, I love it. You know, the people are great. Seeing so many different architectural structures, and I haven't been to the museum yet, but that's my plan tomorrow.
Football is a game of the people and has many grassroots initiatives. Community is extremely important to basketball too, which is why David Stern introduced the NBA Cares program.
Every place we go, we give something back to the community, and yesterday members of the Knicks and Pistons led a clinic for 90 local youth from the Gateway Primary School, and they did that right here in the O2.
The kids were loving the chance to meet the stars, and there was no doubting that the Knicks and the Pistons were making new friends. The relevance of the event was backed up by the Knicks' world-famous superfan, a man with his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, legendary film director Spike Lee, who had followed his team to London.
If that had been an NBA Cares when I was growing up, that would have been fantastic. I mean, when you're a young kid and you see great professional athletes take their time out of a busy schedule to talk to you, work with you. It's life-changing.
The countdown to the big game was on, and the two teams trained hard, knowing that vital championship points were at stake, all in front of a new audience. The Knicks hero and the man that ladies love, sharpshooter Carmelo Anthony, stretched his tats and his legs too. He would be the game's star attraction, and many eyes would be watching to see if his famed talents would live up to their free-scoring reputation. As usual, Spike was courtside directing the action. The Pistons seemed in serious mood as they practiced their free throws and talked tactics. The night of the game had arrived, and with it, the electric excitement of the European fan base.
The appeal of the NBA now, I guess, has got a lot bigger. It's huge over here now, as well. I stay up every night streaming matches, every New York match for like the last 4 years, man.
We are from Spain, from Alicante.
My favorite player is Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, my favorite player is J.R. Smith.
Inside London's famous O2 Arena, the grandeur of the spectacle was evident for all to see. And as pop star Alexandra Burke blasted out the national anthem, sporting royalty and other celebrities were beginning to arrive and mingle. The O2 Arena is used to its stars. It's hosted concerts by music's biggest artists, such as Kanye West, Pink, Justin Bieber and Jay-Z. But tonight, the main focus was on sports. Enter the ubiquitous Spike Lee. Premier League legends Patrick Vieira and Robert Pires swapped stories with Greg Ruzetsky, whilst Arsenal record goal scorer Thierry Henry was pursued by admirers. Current Premiership stars Arsenal and France's Bakary Sagna and Fulham's Darren Bent were also in attendance. Chart-topping rappers Chipmunk and Wretch32 represented. You usually find Wretch at an Arsenal game.
It's going to be probably my first basketball match ever.
With fans still piling through the doors, film and TV stars James Corden and Jack Whitehall hit the court as part of the pre-game entertainment. Game on. The Knicks were favourites, and with Carmelo Anthony and his team on form, was soon in the lead. Chelsea Champions League winner David Luiz and Arsenal star Bakary Sagna were loving it.
It's amazing. I think it's a great night, and it's a great opportunity to see big stars in basketball. Thank you so much.
I want to be honest, I was not into basketball before, but my wife put me into it, and I'm getting more and more, and I understand more the rules as well. So I'm looking forward to play in the summer with my friends.
The Knicks ran out winners 102-87, with Carmelo Anthony scoring 18 points in the first half alone. USA international and former Tottenham Hotspur striker Clint Dempsey was watching and flying the flag for US sports.
Yeah, it was a good game. I haven't gotten an opportunity to go to too many NBA games live, so it was really cool to see, how good these players are. And, there's a good crowd that came out, so it shows there's love for the game here as well. So hopefully there'll be more games in the future that will be here.
Game over, and time for the players to face the press. Did six-time NBA All-Star Amare Stoudemire think there would be an NBA team based in Europe in the next couple of decades?
I don't know if I'll still be around 20 years from now, but that would be great. Anytime you can expand your brand globally, would be a positive for the NBA.
Carmelo Anthony had another victory on the same court where he had helped the US win their Olympic gold. It really was like a homecoming for him.
Yeah, it felt good out there. The crowd was fantastic out there. To see the sellout crowd out there, the energy that was in the building. For everybody to come out and support, not only New York Knicks, but the NBA as a whole, the Detroit Pistons. I definitely had some flashbacks out there. Not running out there on the court and just seeing and being a part of being in the O2 Arena.
Before we said goodbye to the NBA extravaganza, the burning question we really wanted answers to from Spike Lee and friends was, could basketball ever challenge the popularity of football in Europe?
The mad soccer is going to be hard, but I think what David Stern's done a great job, the Commission NBA, and this is what you do by having, this is how you do it, having, games like here we are. When I told people I was coming to London to see the Knicks, I said, is that a preseason game? I said, no, it's a regular season game.
No, the best you could do is really work hard to be a number two, and I think we've got there. I don't think there's any other sport, whether it's F1 or tennis or anything, that really is bigger than basketball right now in most Europe, globally. So, I don't know if we're gonna, if a matchup between Dirk and LeBron James is going to match, Messi and Ronaldo scoring 2 goals apiece, but we're going to work to get there.
For basketball to be on the same level as football, I think it would take time. Now you can see that basketball is catching up, because let's talk about the expansion of the NBA that's trying to go in China, that's trying to expand in India, that's trying to expand in Europe. You have the NBA Europe Live. So you can see that the NBA is going to places that 10 years ago, 15 years ago, nobody would have thought about the NBA going to China. So it's getting there. It's just a matter of waiting. It might not be for us, it might be for the next generation.